あ、いいよね。
パーフェクト。いいね。
あ、
しておいて。
ぺちゃんこならないのこれ。
パーフェクト。これでいい。
ああ、いいねいいね。
これちょっと。こ
パーフェクト
れでパーフェクト。パパの。
Very yeah, nice veggie bread.
That's big chips. Perfect. This gate. Curry sauce and the vinegar.
What's the different sauces? This is.
Thank you.
どうぞ。
It's for you.
Ooh,
That's
nice.
very green mashiki, isn't it?
They need support all the time.
So sorry, can you keep it?
マジかよ。面白いよね。本当に持ってきてくれた。
My mum loves cream, so she had it all.
Ah,
Thank
you're
you very
still-
much.